Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today I am using a brand new mod. In fact, it is so new that as I'm recording this right now, it's not actually a released mod. I'm currently using a pre-release. This mod will be out pretty much as soon as the video goes up, so I will be putting a link in the description below. We go ahead and download this mod. But you might be thinking, well, what is the mod, Lex? Well, come on, spit it out, boy. Well, it's this. It's the Gauntlet Classic. This is a new, lore-friendly mod that will soon be added to the Vanilla Works Extended mod pack. This is made by DA7K. You might recognize this car model from being from a different game. This is actually from Watch Dogs. In Watch Dogs, this thing would be called the Vespid HMI. But in GTA 5, this has been rebadged to become the Bravado Gauntlet Classic. And it is just absolutely beautiful. Look at this. This is definitely one of my new favourite muscle cars for GTA 5. It's just got such a nice look to it. It's sort of like, it reminds me a bit of the Stallion, where you get this backlight thing set up, but just so much better looking. In my opinion, this front is just so nice, and this shape. Ah. Lovely jubbly. And of course there are some tuning parts for this, so we're going to be doing I'm going to say 2 or 3 different versions of this car, because there's quite a few liveries and some parts and stuff. Maybe we can get some nice different styles going on, but before we do, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. And also, it would be amazing if any of you guys could download this mod and just send me a picture on Twitter showing me your builds. It'd be nice to see what sort of cool builds you can get using this car. So, I guess we should actually park up around here. Seems we're near Benny's. We're not going to jump in or anything like that. I like to just use menus, customs, and do it out in the streets, out in the open, because it's just so much nicer doing it out here. So, let's park up here. Have a look around. Okay, so here we are. Let's start off with the outside, and let's just take a nice... I'm just gonna have a look round, just so you guys can take it all in, all the little details, this little thing going on, the nice Bravado badging we got there, and the nice gauntlet over there. What do we got for the wheels? These are nice. They look like ATS Classics. I guess they're actually supposed to be based on some sort of muscle wheel anyway. The ATS Classics, I mean. Then we have the gauntlet badging, supercharger badging. Then we've got Bravado on the front, Gauntlet on the grille. We've also got the 488 cubic inches badges all on the bonnet there. And yeah, very nice looking exterior. Then onto the interior. Should we get Michael out of this so we can see a lot more of this? I think we should. There we go. Get out of the way, Michael. You're always in the way. So here is the interior. It's got a very nice brown looking interior with these seats and the wood. Very late 70s style, I would say. Yeah, it's late 70s, possibly early 80s, but definitely a very 70s look with this interior. There we go. It's also manual transmission. So we've got all the speedo here. This is actually a metal surround on this, then going on with the wood everywhere else. We've got this radio here, which is definitely based on an Alpine. We've seen one of these in another build before. Then we have all of the heater system and all the switches, everything like that. And yeah, there's the steering wheel right there. So that's everything. I guess we should have a quick look under the bonnet as well, and under the boot, and see what we have in there. Okay, so here we are. Bonnet open, boot open. So here's the boot. Nice and simple. Quite a big boot, actually. It goes quite far deep in there. Good God, that is a really deep boot right there. And then into the bonnet, into the engine bay. We have this nice little engine in here. Nice and simple. Lovely jubbly. Right, so let's go ahead and close all this down and start modifying. Let's see what sort of stuff we can do to this. Okay, so I guess we're going to start off with the spoiler. I don't actually know what style we're going to go for yet, so I guess we'll just add parts and see where we go. So we have the stock, then we have the mid-level spoiler right there. Not too sold on that, but then I've always been a bit apprehensive for spoilers on muscle cars, so yeah, that's not too surprising. And then we have the lip spoiler, which I've got to admit, I'm a fan of. The thing with lip spoilers are they don't really take too much away from the old, just the styling and like the lines or something of a car. They're always quite understated, but can make things just look, just a little bit more sporty, a little bit more different. So I'm always a big fan of lip spoilers and ducktail spoilers, all that sort of thing. And yeah, this looks great. I'm actually going to go for that with this one. Then on the front bumper we have the stock. Then we have the classic, which actually just gets rid of those bits in the middle there. Makes it a little bit smoother. Looks nice. And then we have the painted version. Oh, wow. I'm not sure what style I'm going to go for with the painted one because I'm just so in love with these chrome bumpers. Oh, man, what should I go for? Maybe I'll just... Okay, I'm going to try and go all out with this first build just to see what sort of, like, crazy look we can get. And then I'll probably rein it in and be a bit calmer for the next one. So I'm going to go for the painted front bumper. Then onto the rear bumpers, and I'm guessing this is going to be a painted rear, which is going to be quite shocking. So we have the stock, we have the classic, which again just gets rid of those things. You know what? I actually quite like these being there. I'm not too fussed with them there, but it looks really nice without them anyway. Just nice, smoother, cleaner. And then we have, of course, the painted rear bumper. Oh boy. I mean, it's definitely quite 70s. I know that, you know, this was definitely a thing in the 70s that people used to... In fact, people still do this, I guess. Although I'd say most cars now... That's a point, actually. I've just thought of that. Most new cars just have painted bumpers. They don't have plastic bumpers or any of that sort of stuff anymore. You'd have to get a really sort of low-spec car to find that nowadays. So, yeah, that's definitely something of the past where people used to go ahead and paint the bumpers because they usually were, like, black or chrome or something like that. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. This is definitely going to be a 70s style mod thing, so maybe I might even go for that spoiler for this one and see what sort of crazy look we can get. Then onto the exhaust, we have the stock exhaust, which is right there. Then we have the double side exhaust, which looks very cool. Then we have the double rear exhaust. Oh, okay, that's different. That's actually coming out of these bits. Wow, okay. That's a lot higher up than I was expecting, but that's an interesting look. And then we have the quad rear exhaust, which actually look really nice and stock. I'd say they look like decent stock exhausts to me. Yeah, I could definitely see the use of those in one build. But I'm going to go for these weird ones that are like built into like this rear bumper valance part here. Because, I don't know, maybe we'll make this one into like some sort of drag version or, I don't know. I really don't know what style I'm going with the first one. I'm not totally feeling it, but I'm just curious what we can get out of this. Then onto the grille, we have the stock. We have the mesh grille. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I like the stock, but that's nice with the mesh grille. Then we have the sports grille. As you can see, slightly... We've definitely seen a grille similar to that in GTA builds before as well. So, definitely ties in with the whole law friendliness. And I'm pretty sure that's based on something on real life anyway. And then we have the CUDA grille, which... I mean, I guess if we're going to go for this sort of strange sort of... It's almost like a 70s muscle tuner look, in a way. Like a custom 70s muscle car thing. That is a very weird grille. So I guess if we're going to go weird, I might as well get this out of my system and go for this one first. And then for the hood, we have the stock. Then we have the shaker hood. Or we have the performance hood. I'm actually just curious about this shaker hood. Does that bit remain when we open the bonnet? Let's have a look. Ah, look at that! Of course! As you can see, it adds that top bit to the engine block and makes that hole with the bonnet. That is nice. I like that. That is a nice detail. So it's going to be between that or the performance hood. Oh, I really like the shaker, and I think it's a bit too cool for this look. So I don't know. Actually, they're all too cool. These are just really nice bonnets. So I'll go for the performance hood. Seems like it's quite out there compared to the rest of them. Then onto the fenders, we have the stock. Then we have the street split. Ooh, that is nice. That is a cool look. I'm always a big fan of these sort of big splitter things on classic cars like this. Always a fan. That does look nice. Or we have the stock car splitter, which is interesting. It's interesting. It's, yeah, very interesting. I don't know what's up with that. It looks like a sort of partially grown beard with like a gap in the middle or something like that. Is that a stock car thing? I don't think I've ever seen a splitter like that before, but I guess if we're going to go for pretty much like all the parts, bin stuff just chucked on the car, then this is going to be great for the first build. And then we have, in Benny's Lowrider mods, just a couple of extra bits. We got arch covers, which are actually headlight covers. So we have the stock, then we have the primary color versions or the secondary color versions. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that is again very sort of modified muscle cars from the 70s. Look, in general, I'm winging it. I'll admit it. I'm winging it with this first car. But I think I'm going to go for the primary if we're going to make this sort of crazy. And then we have the large selection of liveries. So we have the stock livery, then we have the classic side stripe, which also adds this black bonnet on the front here. That is actually really nice. I like that with the Bravado bit on the back as well. Then we have the Bravado Special, which is the same one, but it has these awesome 70s style colours. Oh, yeah, look at that yellow, orange, and red. And we might have to go for that, because that does look really cool. And it's also got some extra stuff here. We've got some Cool Hand, Fukaru Cool Hand stickers on here. Then we have the Hellhound Classic, which just has this nice Hellhound bit on the back here. 550 cubic inches stickers. And then we have the stripes going along. I've just noticed it does change that bit with the lights as well. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, okay. Because stock livery did actually have that all yellow and everything, didn't it? So that changes all of that to black, including that splitter at the bottom. Whereas the Hellhound one doesn't. It just has the stripes going along like that. Oh, and it also says Hellhound on the rear. And then we have Bravado Racing 1, which has this same nice classic stripe on the side, but we've got some extra stickers. Atomic, Cool Hand, Fly US number 49 on here, American flag, and it's actually got the number 49 on the bonnet as well. And of course this also makes the whole thing black underneath. Then we have another version. This one has 62 instead of 49, and we got all the black stuff on the side instead of the white. And then we have a different Bravado Racing one. This is the TA number 77 John Weston Classic Wax. This is definitely a whoa, okay, I was not expecting the white. That is, I don't think that's a secondary color. I think that's just white. That's very out there. That's very different, I've got to admit. That might also be because of some pearlescent colour thing going on, I'm not too sure. But there we go, Red Tiger Racing on the roof, got the black roof, black spoiler number 77. Yes, it has actually also trimmed. Actually, not all of the spoiler. It has left some yellow around it. Kind of an odd one, that look. Definitely not 100% that one. But then we have the RTR, which seems to just be a green version of this one with orange bumpers. I mean, why not? Then we have Cool Hand Racing. I like the look of that one. Nice black. I guess black is secondary. I guess that's what it is. Let's just quickly check, shall we? It's not the secondary. Black is just black. Just so you know. But there we go. There's the Cool Hand Racing one. Number 6. Gauntlet. Big gauntlet things. Hard stand. Fukaru Cool Hand badges. Cool Hand stuff again. Nice big gauntlet on the rear. And also a nice big Cool Hand thing. And Atomic. Loads of stickers on that one. Very cool racing look. And then we have the Beta liveries. So we have the stock Beta, which basically just makes a rusty version of the original one. Then we have the classic side stripe Beta. I love this one. I love how just faded that looks. Also, it's got this like, that seems like a full rusted bonnet. Yeah, that seems like completely rusted with just like this little bit of yellow around the edges. And it makes all of this rusted as well, which is curious because actually you would have thought this bit would have been plastic and not metal, but okay. Lots of rusted metal across all that bit. Then we have the Hellhound Classic version. Again, all rusted out, all sort of faded looking. Very cool. Always a big fan of these Beta liveries. I just love a good, you know, Beta rusty old rough car. Just always a cool look for me. And then we have Banger to finish, which is another rusty look. This is taken from one of the racing ones and made to look all faded and worn again. Right, so I think I'm going to go for the classic side stripe or perhaps the Bravado Special because of these awesome 70s colours, and then I'm just going to go ahead and change the main colour. Okay, so I've gone down into the brown section. This is just a quintessential colour of the 70s, in my opinion. And I've got to say that the colours don't look too crazy with the brown. I mean, we have got the black here, which makes it look like super sporty, and then the brown sort of like goes against that. Goes well with the interior, though, with the nice brown seats. But yeah, that brown does actually match in some form. But we can go for the chocolate brown, just to make it even darker. Oh man, in fact, all of these colours work. Even the blues look really nice with this one. Maybe I'll just make this one nautical blue then. It's a very interesting look. Again, I definitely wouldn't build this like this in real life. I'm going to make the next build one that I think is more something I would own. But yeah, interesting first build. Not sure this one's going to have many fans though. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that colour, nautical blue. Very nice. We could change the wheels, but I think that these wheels are probably going to be really good for just this build. I'm not sure what anything else is going to look like. Let's just try some muscle ones anyway, see what we can get. I mean, they're not too bad. I mean, they definitely fit. They look fine. Yeah, we could go for something like that, I guess. Although I'd say they're just a bit too fancy for this one. Maybe these wheels, just number 48, just nice smaller wheels. I guess I'm just lost with this build. I guess when you're trying to get like too far away from what you like, you sort of lose all sense of vision and taste and decency. Right, let's move on. I need to make something better. Right, so this build, I'm going to try and rush through it as we've already seen all the parts, but I'm going to try and make this one like a really nice, high, good quality condition, just like a really well-kept version of this car that's all specced up with some nice optional extras and stuff like that. So quite a simple look I want to go for this second one. So naturally, I want to go for the lip spoiler because it just looks amazing. I'm going to go for the classic front bumper, getting rid of those things just to smooth it out, just look a little bit cleaner. And I'll go for the same on the rear as well. For the exhaust, I want to go for the quad rears because they just have a really nice classic stock look to them, but sort of like an optional extra, something that you would have got at the dealership. I'm a fan of the stock grille, but I think I'm going to have to go for the mesh grille on this one. On the hood, I'm going to have to go for the shaker. It's just so cool. I love these things. And of course, this big street splitter on the front. Oh, look at that. Lovely. And of course, as we didn't do with the previous one, engine, brakes, transmission, and all of that good stuff. And let's just see what sort of drops we can get on suspension. So we have stock, lowered, street, sport and competition, so not much of a drop, but definitely something there. And a turbo, why not? Let's see what extras we have as well, because we do have a few, because I have noticed that we have got the cup holder, which isn't in this one. So where's the cup holder? That's going to be number 10 and number 11, two different versions, or we could just have both of them there. Or perhaps not that one, because that one seems to just be slightly into Michael's leg sometimes. So yeah, we'll go with that drinks holder. And then what's extra 3? Ah, look, it's this on the back. Oh, it's the radio aerial sticking out. I mean, it's not a CB radio aerial, but that is very old school and cool. So yeah, I'm going to go for that one. I'm not going to go for the light covers as that's a little bit too custom for this look. So I'm going to keep that stock. And I'm not going to go for a livery because I just like how this looks exactly with all those stickers and everything there, but everything else nice and clear. We've just got to go for a color change because I like the black, but for me personally, I'd want something else. And you know what? It's a simple look, but bright red. It's just so, if I was alive in the 70s and I was an adult and I was buying a car, this is the sort of car I'd want to own. This thing is beautiful. And I'm actually going to go for some different wheels on this one. I just want to go for these quintessential muscle car wheels in the 5 spokes. Nice and big. Lovely, 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 lovely. And maybe we should use a bit of V-stancer? Oh, God, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to look, but just a little bit of low. Just a little bit of low. That might be a little bit too much, but it's just so nice. Maybe it just will stick it out just a little bit more at the back and just a little bit more at the front. Yeah. It's definitely a very custom look with these big wheels, but it's so nice. It's so nice. So I guess this build would be like the poser muscle car look, because it's like it's got all the nice things. It's very clean. It's got the nice big chrome wheels and the really nice red bright paint. Yeah, that's the poser one. So let's go ahead and make the beta muscle one, just the big, awesome performance one. Okay, it spawned in my third one, and I've got to say it has spawned in with this really nice shade of brown, but we're going to have to turn this into a beta, so let's just go to livery, and we've got a choice of 4. This actually, when you get the dark colors, you can really see the rust and just everything else. This is really quite faint looking, so I think I might just go for the classic beta without any of the stripes or anything like that on it. Exactly like that. But it's a little shiny. You can see all that stuff shining. That's not really rusty looking. It looks like something out of Car Mechanic Simulator or something. So we're going to have to go for probably not a matte, but definitely a worn color. So it's nice and satin looking. And there we go. We've got to go for an old dated color. So something like this sea wash green. Even something like this pale orange, again, just works really nicely for this one. But I guess as we've gone for a red and we've gone for a blue, I guess let's just go for green with this one. We don't go green very often, so why not? So I'm not going to go with any spoiler for this one. I'm actually going to keep these stock bumpers on the front and the back. For the exhaust, though, I want to go for the double side exhaust because I just think that looks so cool. For the grille, let's go for the sports grille. That's a nice classic look. I like it. Now, I'm a little unsure what to do with the hood because the performance hood's just a little too much. And the shaker hood we've already used. So I think we might actually just keep that one stock. And in fact, I'm not going to add any splitters to it. This is going to be quite a standard looking car. But of course the idea is I'm just going to do all the tuning stuff because it's supposed to be a quicker stock looking muscle car. So apart from all that, I'm just going to go for a turbo. And then I'm going to whack these numbers up. I'm going to stick that to about 7. And that one to about 7. And probably I should knock that up to about 250. I'm not sure what sort of max speed we're going to get out of that, so I'm just going to whack it up quite high. So apart from that, I guess it's just wheels. And actually, I did spot a set of wheels earlier that were very close to the ones that we had used before. I'm thinking something like that even. I mean, they are actually police wheels. Maybe there's something a little bit better. But I'm thinking of just some nice, small, sort of steel-looking wheels. Maybe something like that. Just that, and I'll make them black. Yeah, I'm going to go for these, and then I'm just going to go to wheel color and make them black. There we go. And maybe I'll just get a bit more visual lowering on that one as well. Just because reasons. So this looks like a sort of like clapped out, rusty old rust bucket, but it's going to be insanely fast. So actually, before we move on, let's have a nice last look at this one. I am in love with this one. This is definitely my favorite. You can let me know in the comment section below which one you prefer out of this one, or this one. If you're really weird, I don't know what happened with that build. It went all sorts of wrong. These two are definitely my favorite. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you do download this mod, you can go ahead and tweet me pictures of your builds. It'd be really cool to see what sort of builds you make. Right, so here we go. Let's go to the interior view, and instantly you can see that this thing is a bit stupidly fast because I'm only just tapping the throttle and it's wanting to launch itself. Well, that's a nice rat load we got there. So let's see, I'm just going to go to the interior view. And here we go. Oh! Okay, that's... Whoa! I'm actually accidentally using the horn there. That is seriously fast.
Whoa! Too close!
Whoa! Might actually have to get the speedometer out for this one. Right, I'm thinking, let's go to the highway. And here we go. Oh my god, this thing is stupidly fast. Ooh. Oh, it maxes out 155. I wonder if we can get some more out of that. Let's slow down. Oh no, let's go for a max speed. This is in kilometers per hour. Let's just stick it up to 1,000. That just gives us loads of leeway. And we'll go for a talk. Let's just double that. And we'll double the horsepower as well. Here we go. It's just going to be non-stop. Ooh, wheel spin. Oh god, I think we might actually have to just turn all these cars off because, yeah, we're not going to get anywhere on these roads. Okay, here we are. All the cars are gone. Apart from just a couple. They're just slowly moving away, but everything's gone. Let's launch it. Just non-stop wheel spin. Look at this thing. I wonder if we're going to max out 155. No, we're still going. Oh, over 200 miles an hour. Holy... Okay, that was an amazing drift until I started to realise what I was doing and then completely oversteered. Or just over-inputted, rather. Well, that made for a fun crash. In fact, actually, look at that. That suits the whole beta look perfectly. Look at that. I'm curious to see what the actual top speed of this thing is because we just seem to run out of road before we hit the top speed. Ooh. Oh my god, it just drifts the second you start to turn. I'll just try and build the speed up and just keep it up until we get to this straight over here, so we'll see. Here we are, we go up to like 220. Oh, here we go. Straight is just coming up. I'm getting ready. I'm just sort of slowly putting throttle on so that I don't wheel spin. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna crash. Oh! I didn't actually see what speed we got up to, but I think it was like 260 miles an hour.
Shit.
So how about that for a beta? Love this thing. So damn cool. Well, there we go, guys. That was something different to end the video. There we are. You can find links for this mod in the description below. I'll also put a link to the Vanilla Works extended mod as well, because perhaps by the time you watch this video, this might even be out in the pack. But for now, I think this is just a sort of separate car mod until the next update. But there we go, guys. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.